Hello everyone, the Holy Snakes are here, and today we're going to check out the new S-grade snake, the Light Judicator. Hope I'm saying that right, but that's how it looks to me, so if I'm wrong, put it in the comments. So I grabbed this from the banner, which is going to be running for another 21 days, and for 16,200 gems, you can get your hands on this. But better than that, if you want to max out on this snake, this is guaranteed to give you one every single time, and this is what players are doing to really rack up those stars. So this snake is going to start off at 3 stars, and when it comes to the stat, every time you increase your individual level, it seems to be a little bit less than Frost Dancer. By the time I max these both out at level 60, the Frost Dancer hit about an extra 1,000 attack and 8,000 health. Use that information how you want to, but I still find this to be a fun, powerful snake. So for the star stats themselves, we will be starting off with 1 Holy Cannon. We're going to be launching a Sword Out, which is going to attract enemies. And then we can also purify Shadow Lanterns, which we'll talk about in a second. The first thing you need to know is there's going to be a 7-second charge time on this, and when we finally get it there, we're going to have a giant sword come down from the skies, and this is going to start drawing enemies towards it. And this is going to stay activated for 6 seconds, but that last maybe 3/4 of a second looks like the sword goes away, and I'm not really certain if we're doing any damage there. But for the damage itself, we're hitting it at a base of 50,155, and we're going to be doing 12 times the amount of damage when this thing hits, doing 601,860. For the Purify Shadow Lanterns, these are going to be new mobs inside the game, pretty similar to those kind of healing vials we saw, and the ability is more like the Source of Venom, where it can go and pretty much poison the vial, poison the enemies around. And it's pretty difficult to tell with all the holy abilities I have on the screen, but it more seems like this is going to make it that instead of the enemies taking damage when they hit the sword, it'll take damage when they're in that big circular yellow aura. Now, some things to keep in mind: if you have a fixed enemy, meaning one that doesn't move around the screen, it will not get drawn into the sword. But I will say this whole drawing in taunt ability type thing is actually incredibly powerful, and I like it a lot to keep all those mobs away from you, really clumps them up, and you can just hit over and over. But given the way that this ability works, I was really questioning how it was going to work on the final boss, and it does appear that the sword will launch onto him and do damage. But what I really can't wait to see is when I get this artifact to level 2, this is where we're going to be doing 30% attack damage increase for every 1 second that sword is activated. An extra 150% to 180% extra damage at that 5-6 second mark. It sounds pretty incredible to me. By having this snake and getting the crown ability for Holy, I went into chapter 31 and beat it no problem. If you saw my chapter 30 video, I had to use all 3 snakes and barely squeaked by with the fire. So I'm saying this one is pretty powerful. Where it ranks out of all 5 snakes, I still gotta do some more playing with it. This is still day 1, but we'll bring you a video on that. If you want to know everything new that came with this update, make sure you check out this video right up over here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.